All right, let's talk about the Federal Trade Commission. It is warning people about scammers using phone calls to scam their voice. Now, the agency says criminals only need 3 seconds. 3 seconds of voice cloning to get your voice. It's the tools that they have that they can use. Now, once your voice has been cloned, the scammer can use it to deceive family and friends into sending money or providing personal information. The FTC says, do not trust anyone. Verify who you're talking to, even if it sounds like it's someone you know. And if you have to answer an unknown phone number, the agency also says, let the other person speak first. Because it's interesting when you get one of those phone calls and you answer the phone and you hear nothing. And then it's like a silence, and then you hear a recorded phone call. That lets you know that it's already a recording. Hang up.
Well, first of all, I don't pick up any number I don't recognize. They go into voicemail in the first place. And secondly, if I do happen to pick up and there's silence, I don't say anything. And then eventually, you know, it'll disconnect on its own. But to try to stay ahead of these scammers is so tricky and dicey because they are so clever. And I've also always thought that if they would take that genius and flip it and do good, where would we be as a society, as a world? Because they're so clever with the way they go about doing things. Just imagine if they were on the right side of honesty. We'd be better off as human beings.
We'd be a lot better off. But you really have to be careful with that voice cloning technology. If you answer the phone and say, hey, this is such and such, blah, 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 they'll take that, manipulate your voice. And when your family member picks up the phone, it'll be, hey, this is Courtney, how you doing?
And especially with our elderly, our more seasoned folks who, some of them are really good with these cell phones, but others, they're the ones or the generation that still might have a house phone and are accustomed to saying hello, hello, hello until somebody says something, So I'm worried about the elderly as well in situations like that.
Let your people know that voice cloning is happening and getting more prevalent.
Oh, so much you got to look out for.
Got to.